Good, happy Monday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your Monday morning edition of Riley's Kingdom of News right here on WRMK News Radio. We have a jam-packed broadcast to get to this Monday, so let's get started right now. First up, 100 days until the U.S. presidential election. Let's take a listen to that report from NBC News.
Tonight, just 1 week after President Biden dropped out, the 2024 race entering a critical new phase. With Vice President Harris and former President Trump launching new attacks.
We have a brand new victim. And honestly, she's a radical left lunatic.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
Harris's surrogates echoing that message.
He is clearly older and stranger than he was when America first got to know him.
The Harris campaign says it raised $200 million in just 1 week, as a new poll shows Harris riding that momentum with an 8-point boost in her favorability, with Mr. Trump's rating down 4 points. Harris also getting an enthusiasm bump from 49% of independents, compared to 31% for Mr. Trump. Meanwhile, the search for her running mate is heating up. NBC News has confirmed the Harris campaign is considering at least 8 candidates, with Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, and North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper viewed as top picks. Others on her short list mum about the process and whether they would accept an offer.
I'm not going to talk about that. I would do what is in the best interest of the country.
Ali joins us now from the White House. Ali, it could be, as we noted, just a matter of days before we learn who Harris chooses as her running mate.
That's right. The Harris campaign is squeezing a vetting process that usually takes months into less than 3 weeks. And we're expecting a decision by no later than August 7th. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Very interesting there. We want your thoughts about this election. Email us at rknetwork1995@gmail.com. That's rknetwork1995@gmail.com. We want your thoughts on this upcoming election. We want to hear from you right now. Let's get this conversation rolling as we hang out together. Nation's largest active wildfire ravages California. Let's take a listen to that report from NBC News.
Tonight, the nation's largest active wildfire is quickly growing and showing no sign of slowing down. The Park Fire, now more than 350,000 acres, quickly becoming one of the largest in California history. Nearly 4,000 firefighters battling the flames, swirling into fire tornadoes, chewing unchecked through dozens of homes in Northern California. What started as a small brush fire is now a sprawling behemoth, burning through thousands of acres every hour. Lassen National Park closed, posting this eerie photo of smoke-filled skies and evacuating campers. New satellite images capture the fire's exponential growth, spawning vast, expanding clouds of smoke. The Park Fire is among nearly 90 active fires consuming the West, plummeting air quality, sending plumes of smoke seen as far east as New Hampshire. The evacuation zone covering the town of Paradise, devastated by the Camp Fire 6 years ago, the deadliest and most destructive wildfire in California history that took the home of volunteer firefighter Craig Keel.
Moved up here because we just love living in the woods. Now I second guess that, but I still will. I'll do it again.
Lance and Patricia Conlon are one of thousands of families forced to flee.
We were both survivors of the campfire. It took us 6 hours to get out, so we didn't want to experience that again.
It wears on our community. There is so much trauma.
Survivors from a terrible legacy of fire, riding yet another one out.
We, by the grace of God, survived both incidents, and we'll survive this one.
And thankfully, the weather here is cooperating, allowing firefighters to get some level of containment on this fire, now up to 12%. But with how big this fire is and how much fuel there is left to burn, the nation's largest fire is expected to get even larger. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay up.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Our thoughts and prayers are with those that are affected in that fire. Google is using AI in an attempt to improve the traffic flow. Let's take a listen to that report from NBC News.
Boston is notorious for bumper-to-bumper traffic, leaving Beantown drivers fed up. Boston has the fourth worst traffic in the country. Drivers here can spend, on average, nearly 90 hours a year, almost 4 days, stuck behind the wheel. The national average is more than 50 hours.
Nobody likes being stuck in traffic, so the city of Boston is teaming up with Google to try to make sure their drivers hit more green lights.
It's called Project Greenlight, which in part uses artificial intelligence to monitor traffic patterns and then come up with solutions to improve traffic flow. Mateus Vergluet is a product manager with Google.
You know that great feeling when you hit 2 or 3 green lights in a row? That's what we're trying to create with Greenlight.
We went to one of the intersections Project Greenlight analyzed.
What is AI actually doing to these lights? We're basically shifting a couple of seconds from one of the lights to the other one, right? And this prevents traffic from backing up.
It may not seem like much, but a few seconds can mean the difference between getting a red light or getting green lights all the way.
We're trying to create so-called green waves.
Yasha Franklin Hodge is Boston's chief of streets. He showed us the city's traffic control room.
Yeah, so this is the traffic management center.
Here, engineers monitor the city's roads. Project Greenlight makes suggestions to improve traffic flow, and the engineers then can implement those changes. Yasha says this will be a game changer.
We think Project Greenlight can be an important part of reducing delay in Boston.
But it's not just here in Boston. Project Greenlight is already live in Seattle and in 12 other cities around the world, improving efficiency and cutting down time at stoplights. This saves time for drivers and has an added benefit for air quality.
We see the potential for a reduction of up to 30% in the number of stops and 10% in emissions at affected intersections.
Hoping to put the project in the fast lane, making a positive impact on the environment and frustrated drivers. Stephen Romo, NBC News, Boston.
Thanks for watching. Stay.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We want your thoughts on that. Do you think this would be a good idea or bad idea? Email us at rknetwork1995@gmail.com. That's rknetwork1995@gmail.com. What do you think? Do you think AI is good for this or not? We want to hear from you as we hang out together. That does it for this edition of Riley's Kingdom of News right here on WRMK News Radio. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll talk together tomorrow, same time, same place, right here on WRMK News Radio. Goodbye, everyone.